In this live stream snippet, I'll show you how we fortify signals using delta and how delta reveals where liquidity wants to go before price does, all in relation to the K.I.S.S chart. A single signal means nothing in isolation. What makes it powerful is confluence. Here's what happens when context, delta, and liquidity bubbles all align to say the same thing.
Okay, what we're looking for is not just our blue bars, our golden French fry, yada yada, right? Let me show you the supreme. Check this out. What we're looking for is not just the position one, right? This is a fractal here, right? And this is just a small sample where you'd go first target, right? But look at this. You have a position, it goes fractal down, okay, which let's just say it goes into position one, right? Before we get to this, right? Before we get to the golden French fry, look at this right here. Look. The delta is negative 16, okay? Now, I'm going to leave that to you to figure out what that means, right? Okay, so, and what we want to notice is it's right after it goes into position one. And so then you're going to take the next signal. Now, it just gives you first base on this one because it comes into the closing bell, you know, that kind of thing. So, but that's what we're looking for, right? And then we're looking for divergences. Folks, look at this. This is gonna blow your freaking mind. Okay. So we were just talking about you want the negative delta when it goes into position one and let it have a French fry. Look at this, okay? Now, let me tell you what that means, okay? Well, he's just showing me numbers. Okay, that means that they hit market on the bid. That means they're leaning into the bid, right? So now, visually, I'm showing you what it means. Look at this, position one, golden French fry, blueberry, Veruca salt. Let's roll. Okay, look. This one's not ready. Okay, see, this one's not ready yet. These aren't ready. It's telling you get ready. Look right here and right here. It's saying you better get out of your long. That's what we're looking for. Now, right now, it's just saying that they're hitting the offer greater than the bid. When the stream ends, we put these charts. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. These charts show up on x.com. You can find us at _SageFT on x.com. These run 23 and a half hours a day when we are not streaming on YouTube. That way you guys can capture the signals and have the information needed. All right, so you got you got it all locked in. You got the 1 minute NQ, you get the 2 minute ES. You can fire away, fam. Those run on x.com. Look at, they're going to run this thing. Where's our? It's pretty obvious what I'm about to ask. Where's our supply zone? Okay, we don't want to just say, oh, sure, right here. No, you want to figure out if it's even worth selling to close up there before you sell to open. So what you'd want to see again is a huge buble. You'd want to see a huge buble of some magnitude, red or green, to give us the next set of data points that tell us what the buyers and sellers that are aggressive could be doing. Right now, the delta is very, very positive. They aggressively are hitting the stops. They have to own it. They could pull the offer, right? Remember, any way that they can remove liquidity to get to the next pocket of liquidity, they're going to do. There it goes. The area to get long is down here. Not just in hindsight, but like, what if it gives us a chance to sell to the buy area of this level? I'm not saying it's going to, right? Because we can still go right to that 15-minute breaker block. Fair value gap, 40.50, 40.75 exactly is our hard over under. Look at this right here. Look at the median threshold of this breaker, of this order block. That's really important, right? And the reason I'm saying that is, who cares about the stupid lingo, right? I'm just trying to communicate with people that's in the same language. This was supposed to be a breakout, right? This was supposed to be the breakout that, now watch this. Now we're going to do a little bit of, well, people think it would be ICT stuff, but really it's not. It's just running efficiently, right? If you get down to the brass tacks of this thing, look at there's an inefficiency right here. It goes to the inefficiency, can't close through it. Now look, becomes the order block. Okay, so now we're in this order block. Do we get through the 40.75 or not? It's a yes or no question. If no, and we turn back down, where do we go? Okay. And if we turn back down, where do we go? If we turn back down, how do we get into it from the 15-minute chart? Well, we'd use the 2-minute chart. Okay, we would use the 2-minute chart. We would wait for a rotation. We would wait for a big red buble to show up, okay? And then we wait for the pattern. We wait for everything that I just showed you to show up as long as it's below this median threshold here, right? Now, this one is too obvious, right? So if it gets through here, it's gonna go straight to this next block, right? Draw it out, highest closing bar in the sequence, okay? This right here is very important, this level, because why did it stop right in this efficiency? To the tick, by 1 tick, right? And then close below it. So we're waiting to see what happens. 1 tick, Rick, everybody that had a target up there. Look at that, that's pretty silly. All right, opening bell in 21 minutes. There's nothing to force, folks. There's nothing to force. There's nothing to trade here. If you need a visit from our friendly neighborhood.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I got it from here, guy. Wink. No. Why won't you listen to me?
Mr. FOMO himself. Friday was a really good session. I think I did just over 5,000, but I did 5,840 after commissions. 5,840 after commissions. Nothing for me to say as long as we're just sitting here right above a supply zone, right below a supply zone. Let's hurry up and wait. I want to remind you that the delta, yes, it's skewing upwards, right? But what I want to remind you is, the longer it just does whatever it's going to do, it has actually nothing to do with current price, right? What I mean by that is you want to trade either the very, very short-term momentum, like on a 30-second chart, 1-minute chart, 2-minute chart, okay, or the divergences. Now let's look at divergences. Look at this right here. I wish I were sitting here at 7 a.m. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Yeah, you take the fractal after that. You guys see that? Sweep the leg even, and then you buy and you buy and you buy and you buy. That's what you're actually looking for, right? So if you're wondering, listen, if you're wondering what absorption looks like, okay, right there. Okay, so now let's go back, but let's go back and look at this, right? So that's 648 and 702 bar on Ninja. So if you're on any other charting platform other than Ninja, it's 2 minutes before that, right? So just go to that time frame. What I'm going to do now on my little chart of all charts is the footprint chart. Okay, I'm going to go back to those time frames, 648 and 70 deuce, and I'm going to look. I'm going to say, well, what was the tape doing? What was the actual price action doing? This is the actual. It's hard to see. Like it's not. It's okay. It has to flip. Oh yeah. Do you see it? Do you guys see it? I know I'm not showing it, right? Okay, but you'll see it in a second. I want you to look on your charts first. Look at this. This is what we're looking for, folks. If you want to talk about price action versus what's inside the candle, right? If you're looking at the scoreboard or if you're watching the game, okay, watch this. I'm going to show you how to watch the game instead of the scoreboard. Okay, look at this. Folks, write it down. Take a picture. Look, I'm going to take a picture because do you see it? Okay. Look at the divergence. Okay, tell me if you see it as I draw it. What's that? What is it? The turbo round of Wheel of Fortune. Watch. I don't know how to do this actual Wheel of Fortune song. Okay, tell me when you see it. Tell me when you see it. Na 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 na. Tell me when you see it. That doesn't circle. So here's what this means, right? Look. Here's what it means. All of this selling into first position. Watch this. Listen, this is where I would close it and take the loss. I would close it and take the loss because it's flipping from 19% more aggressive selling on the bid to 28% buying. Look at this. Bam, 28, 25, 26. Holy sheep shit and shy hole, 22. Ladies and gentlemen, right there. And look at it, flips it. Now, what you have to do is you have to figure out, okay, down there, what is that price down there? 67.15 sounds very familiar. You have to go to your larger time frames or some other thing and figure out, well, why is it there doing that? Good. This is great. You guys just got gold. Yes, we are recording this in high definition. Yeah, good. So look at right here. So what is this telling us, right? Well, this is just a stupid indicator. No, folks. No, right? We're coming up into the supply zone. Okay, we're coming up. We're above the VPOC of yesterday. We're above the VPOC now. We're above VWAP now, right? We just came into what could be a cup and handle formation if they break it higher. But what we're looking at is there's people selling. How do we know they're selling? Look at the delta. Okay, and what is the delta telling us? It's not just some sort of magical indicator. It's saying that the trades are being taken on the bid more aggressively than the offer. Okay, now they're going to be taken on the offer as more aggressively than the bid. See this? Boom. Boom. You don't want to short against that. See that? See how you could be, go to price. Think of the people who are like, well, yeah, you just sell to open right here, and it's just so easy. It's like, that's not how it works, right? So now, this is why, right? So then we look at what is inside of this bar here. What's inside of the 848 bar? Well, that's where your footprint comes in. Yeah, I mean, positive 13% delta, but you have a beautiful Yoda right behind it. That's a beautiful long at 67.31. Except for we're in narrow range. So now what if delta makes a higher high? Okay, it just did. And price does not. What if price does not make a higher high? Let's watch. Let's watch and see what actually happens. Copy that. Yeah. So that's kind of the lesson on are they absorbing right here, and when do they release, right? When do they release? Are they absorbing, and when do they release? And what we're actually looking for is something like this. Hope that helps.